People cannot weaponize what they do not know. The fastest way to lose power is not always by speaking too little. Sometimes, it is by revealing too much to people who were never supposed to have access to you. Your fears, your plans, your wounds, your weaknesses, your need for approval, your private goals, and the people who still control your mind. Machiavelli understood something uncomfortable about human nature. People do not only listen to what you say, they collect information. They watch what makes you nervous. They study what makes you emotional. They remember what hurts you. And if they lack character, they may use it when the time is right. This is not about becoming cold. This is not about lying. And this is not about living in fear. This is about understanding that privacy is not weakness. Privacy is protection. Privacy is strategy. In this video, you will learn 7 things you should never reveal about yourself if you want to protect your peace, your respect, and your power. The first thing you should never reveal is your deepest insecurity. Everyone has a wound they try to hide. Maybe it is the fear of being abandoned, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of being replaced, the fear of failing, the fear that people only tolerate you but do not truly value you. But you must be careful who receives that information, because the wrong person will not treat your insecurity as something sacred. They will treat it as a map of where to press, where to provoke, where to create doubt, where to make you beg for reassurance. Machiavelli understood that people are often controlled through fear, and insecurity is fear with a name. When someone knows exactly what makes you feel small, they can make you react without touching you. So protect your wounds, heal them privately. Share them only with people who have proven they will not use your pain as leverage. Not everyone deserves access to the part of you that is still healing. The second thing you should never reveal is your next move. Most people destroy their own momentum by announcing everything too early. They talk about the business before it exists, the transformation before it happens, the revenge before they rise, the plan before it becomes real. But the moment you reveal your next move, you invite opinions, envy, sabotage, doubt, and unnecessary attention. Some people will discourage you because they are afraid you will succeed. Some will copy you because they lack direction. Some will pretend to support you while quietly hoping you fail. A strategic mind does not reveal the plan while it is still vulnerable. It moves quietly. It builds in silence. It lets results speak when the foundation is strong enough to be seen. Your next move does not need an audience. It needs protection. The third thing you should never reveal is how deeply someone hurt you. Pain is human. But not everyone deserves to know the depth of the wound they caused. When you show certain people exactly how much they affected you, they may not feel regret. They may feel power. They realize their words reached you. Their silence controlled you. Their rejection broke your focus. Their absence changed your behavior. And once they know that, they may return to test if the wound is still open. This is why emotional exposure requires wisdom. You can feel pain without performing it. You can be hurt without handing someone the satisfaction of watching you collapse. Silence does not mean you felt nothing. Sometimes silence means, you hurt me, but you will not own the rest of me. The fourth thing you should never reveal is how much you need approval. The person who desperately needs approval becomes easy to move. Praise can pull them closer. Criticism can break them. Rejection can control them. Silence can make them chase. When people realize that your sense of worth depends on their reaction, they gain influence over your emotional state. They can reward you with attention, punish you with distance, manipulate you with validation, and keep you trapped in the need to be chosen. Machiavelli understood that power belongs to the person who does not look desperate for acceptance. This does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop placing your identity in the hands of unstable people. The less you need to be approved by everyone, the harder you become to control. Approval is pleasant, but dependence on approval is dangerous. The fifth thing you should never reveal is your weakness in conflict. Everyone has a pattern under pressure. Some people get angry. Some people panic. Some people apologize just to end the tension. Some people over-explain. Some people chase. Some people disappear before they can be rejected. The problem is not having a weakness. The problem is letting the wrong people study it. Manipulative people do not always attack immediately. Sometimes they observe. They watch how you respond when you feel guilty. They watch what happens when they raise their voice. They watch how quickly you try to fix things. They watch how much disrespect you tolerate before you finally react. And then they use that pattern. If they know guilt controls you, they will use guilt. If they know silence makes you anxious, they will withdraw. If they know anger makes you defend yourself, they will provoke you. So learn your patterns before someone else weaponizes them. The person who understands their own weakness becomes harder to manipulate. The sixth thing you should never reveal is your private goal too early. There is a fragile stage in every dream, a stage where the idea is alive, but not strong enough to survive other people's doubt. If you expose it too soon, the wrong comment can weaken your confidence. One laugh, one question, one sarcastic reaction, one person saying, "Are you sure you can do that?" And suddenly, the goal starts to feel smaller. Not because it changed, but because you allowed unqualified people to touch it too early. Your private goals need silence before they need applause. They need discipline before they need attention. They need execution before they need explanation. Do not show people the seed and expect them to see the tree. Most people cannot respect what has not yet become visible. Build first, reveal later. The seventh thing you should never reveal is who still has power over your mind. This may be the most important one. Never show too clearly who can still disturb your peace. The person you still check on. The person whose opinion still controls your mood. The person who can ruin your day with one message. The person whose silence makes you question your value. The person whose approval you secretly still want. When the wrong people know who controls your emotions, they understand where your weakness lives. And sometimes, that person is not even present anymore, but they still occupy space in your thoughts. That is power. Real freedom begins when people can no longer tell who still affects you. Not because you pretend to be heartless, but because you stop giving public evidence of private attachment. Protect your mind, protect your attention, protect your peace. Because whoever controls your emotional focus controls more of you than you realize. The lesson is simple. Do not reveal everything just because someone asks. Do not expose your wounds to people who have not earned trust. Do not announce your plans before they have strength. Do not hand your emotional map to people who may use it against you. Machiavelli's wisdom was never only about politics. It was about human nature. And human nature has not changed. People still study weakness. People still test access. People still respond to mystery. People still respect what they cannot easily control. Privacy is not fear. Privacy is power under discipline. The less people know about what can break you, the less they can use against you. The less they know about your next move, the harder it becomes to stop you. The less they know about who still controls your emotions, the freer you become. So remember these 7 things. Never reveal your deepest insecurity. Never reveal your next move. Never reveal how deeply someone hurt you. Never reveal how much you need approval. Never reveal your weakness in conflict. Never reveal your private goals too early. And never reveal who still has power over your mind. You do not become powerful by hiding from the world. You become powerful by choosing carefully who gets access to your truth. Because sometimes, the most dangerous thing you can give someone is information they never deserved. If you want to understand people, control yourself, and move in silence. Subscribe to Axiom Noctis.